Has loneliness always existed? Has it changed any over time? Yes and yes. Let's quickly compare life now with life, say, 55 years ago. Here are a few statistics from the early 1960s. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was 652 points. The average new home cost was $12,500. The average income was $5,500 a year. Gasoline was 28 cents a gallon, and a hamburger at McDonald's cost just 20 cents. The number one movie in 1962 was West Side Story. Hit songs included Chubby Checker's The Twist and Locomotion by Little Eva. The Green Bay Packers were the NFL champs, and the AFL champs were the Dallas Texans. How about that? Time Magazine's Man of the Year, Pope John Paul XXIII. And the percentage of unwed mothers in the U.S. was only 5%. Life back then sounds pretty good, right? Well, those stats don't paint the full picture. 1962 was also the year of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Marilyn Monroe died amidst all sorts of questions. There was rioting at the University of Mississippi because a black student was admitted. East German border guards shot and killed a man who was trying to climb a fence and then left him on the fence as a warning to others. Is it really harder today than it was then, or do the problems just have different names? I submit the exponential growth of technology has made a big difference over the last 55 years. Television was commonplace back then, but the shows were things like I Love Lucy, The Jetsons, and Johnny Carson. Today's television shows and movies are radically different and are generally influencing the culture in powerful ways. Things like cell phones, iPads, email, social media, they're changing the way people communicate, the way they get their news information, and the way they view themselves in comparison to others. People have pulled away from other people and now go to their devices for help. You know, in days past, if you needed to know how to fix something or cook something, you'd ask a friend or a relative and they'd come over and show you. Now you just Google it online and figure out for yourself through video tutorials on YouTube. More people have moved and more families are broken. Today's unwed mothers rate is 40%. That's a far cry from 5, isn't it? Parents are having smaller families and kids are dashing off to sports and school activities, making family dinners and family discussions a rarity these days. Everything is about me, my needs, my wants, my goals, my schedule. People are more connected today than they've ever been thanks to technology, but are those connections truly satisfying? Loneliness seems to be at an all-time high, and it can cause personal problems in 3 areas. First, physical problems. You can develop addictive behaviors, inability to sleep, eating disorders, high blood pressure, heart disease. You get the idea. 2, relational problems. People withdraw from social interaction because they're more self-focused, sometimes growing angry even with people they don't even know. They can also grow more fearful and critical of others. The opposite is also true. Sometimes loneliness causes people to seek unhealthy relationships out of desperation. 3, spiritual problems. Lonely people can grow consumed with self-pity, doubting God's goodness and character, and turning away. These are serious and growing problems in our culture. We cannot ignore the hurt and painful isolation that is often at the root of these problems. The great news is that our hope lies not in others, but in God. He's the source of our strength. As Isaiah 40:30 tells us, even youth will become weak and tired, and young men will fall in exhaustion, but those who trust in the Lord will find new strength.